Kelly Saenz loves to laugh, and you don't have to be around her long to know that she enjoys life. In her early 30s, Kelly also loves being a mother to Israel and Linda. Kelly has a passion to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ in areas often hostile to Christianity in Southwest Colombia, a passion she shared with her husband Pavel, who she met at a prayer meeting in 2006.
Pavel era una persona.
He was unlike anyone I have ever met. He was a very noble person. He was very calm and very collected. There was something very special about him. We began a beautiful friendship where we talked about the things God had done in our lives and His dealings with us. We shared our hearts with each other, and it turned into a very nice friendship, and we fell in love with each other.
Kelly says she and Pavel asked the Lord about their relationship. They were both committed to serving Jesus by getting Bibles to people who didn't have one. They were married in 2008. The young couple would meet the Voice of the Martyrs partner, Russell Stendhal of Columbia Padre Cristo. Russell would supply them with God's Word. Many of the areas where they handed out Bibles and Christian material were not safe.
I never told him to stop because this was something we had decided to do from a long time ago. It was what he was called to do. He wasn't interested in things on the earth like money and things you could gain. His purpose in life was bringing the gospel to people. But on several occasions, I told him to be careful about what he was saying.
This is Pavel in his hometown of La Plata. He was there a part of a Columbia Padre Cristo team showing the movie made by Stendhal's daughters Lisa and Alethea called La Montaña, about a peace accord their father brokered between two illegal arms groups.
Necesitamos más personas que den la vida por el Señor así como lo está haciendo el hermano Martín, y yo estoy dispuesto a hacer lo mismo como lo está haciendo el hermano Martín.
Pavel was speaking about the American-born Russell Stendhal. Russell has been kidnapped, arrested, and threatened during his 40 years of ministry in the South American country. He was also a mentor to Pavel, who was well aware of suffering for the cause of Christ.
He had had a lot of rejection from family and neighbors and people in the area. His family hated him. He was very vocal about not being in agreement with the things people were doing and that they weren't correct, and people didn't like that.
Pavel would speak out against the pagan rituals and practices that conflicted with the teachings of the Bible, and that made a lot of people angry. On Sunday, November 23, 2014, Pavel, who used his motorcycle as a taxi service to support his family and ministry, left home early that morning to supposedly meet a customer who called the night before. But Pavel didn't return home. The day turned into night, and by the next morning, Kelly, along with family and friends, knew something was wrong.
Y entonces, pues nosotros, yo pensaba que
A neighbor told us that he was going into an area that was FARC territory and that there were a lot of guerrillas there. And most people who went into that territory hardly ever came back. But we still had hope that he would be okay and show up.
But he didn't return, and the search would intensify.
We were looking in the hospitals, through the Red Cross, everywhere we knew to look, to see if someone had an accident or if someone had been robbed, something like that, to see if we could find him.
By Wednesday, Kelly's worry had turned into panic. Where was Pavel? It had been more than 3 days since he was last seen. Kelly went to the local police station to file a missing persons report.
They weren't very helpful. Some people said he may have gone off with another woman. I kept telling them he wasn't like that. I knew something was wrong.
But any hope that Kelly had for the safe return of her husband ended on that Wednesday night, when she received a phone call that would forever change her life.